We are on the Elvis Presley Boulevard in downtown Las Vegas. We are all shook up because a Rugby League party is coming here on Saturday. We've got 4 games, 2 games from the NRL. We've got the Aussie women playing the England women. But the highlight in the Betfred Super League is the Wigan Warriors versus the Warrington Wolves. Welcome to the fabulous Las Vegas Last Tackle. So from the Elvis Presley Boulevard, we've moved inside. We're at the Fan Hub. We've just had the official launch of Rugby League in Las Vegas, and I'm joined by the man himself.
I need to grow up. Delighted to be here, Mark. Yeah, what an event. What a day.
It's Sky Sports' Brian Carney, by the way, not Elvis. Brian, what a brilliant event we've just witnessed.
Yeah, I keep using the word surreal, but I'm pinching myself. We're in Las Vegas. We've got the Betfred Super League coming to the big stage on Saturday. We've had a launch meeting the captains of all the teams. It's superb. You heard all the crowd, thousands of Wigan and Warrington fans, and of course fans of the NRL sides. So it's a special day.
You are loving this, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I'm buzzing. I can't believe I'm here. You know, I can't believe. I love broadcasting, doing the games, and week in, week out. We're usually around Stadium in the north of England, but now we get to one of the iconic cities of the world.
You are always trying to promote our sport, come up with ideas. I love your ideas. How big is this for British Rugby League being out here in Vegas?
It's huge. If it happens again, Mark, next year, Super League's got to be at the table. They cannot ever miss an opportunity like this again. So I'll tip my hat to Kris Radlinski of the Warriors and Carl Fitzpatrick of the Warrington Wolves, 2 clubs that insisted that they be here. They knocked on the NRL's door and they got themselves to Las Vegas. So whoever follows them next year, you got big boots to follow, but Super League should absolutely be back here in Vegas.
And we have got 2 points up for grabs. We've got Wigan Warriors. How good were they last year to win all 4?
It was exceptional. I've always said that St Helens 4 in a row is really the standout achievement in Super League so far, but to do a Grand Slam in a season is pretty special. And remember, they defended a title as well, so they're back-to-back champions, looking for 3 in a row and maybe try and replicate the magic of last year, if that is at all possible. So they're an absolutely outstanding side, and rightly they should be here in Vegas as the champions, and Warrington, I believe, very worthy challengers.
It could be a hell of a game, couldn't it?
I think it will be. And I think what's going to hit people over here, Mark, and hit the Aussie fans that are in here and the Aussie fans that watch this back at home, is how loud the British supporters will be, the fans of Wigan and the fans of Warrington. You heard it at the fan event there. The loudest cheers came from them. They're all getting lubricated in there. You can't blame them for that. But I think that's going to be pretty special for the American audience as well, just to hear the passionate British Rugby League fans.
Right, we'll hear more from Brian a little later, but let's get the thoughts from the Wigan camp. I'm delighted to be joined by the Wigan Warriors head coach, Peet. Matt, how good is Las Vegas?
Yeah, it's fantastic. And Las Vegas with Rugby League built in is perfect, really, and it's everything that we want as a sport. And Las Vegas wants entertainment and wants entertainers, and that's what we've got this week.
You've said to me right at the beginning, this is more than just Wigan Warriors playing Warrington Wolves here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I certainly think so. Both teams will want to win this game, no doubt, and we're doing everything we can to make sure it shows Warrington the same, but we're part of something bigger, trying to represent British Rugby League on such a stage, and everything that's going on for the supporters off the field, the coverage that we're getting is unprecedented, and yeah, really positive.
You chatted with Fred in his office, private chat about marketing the game, didn't you? Well, this is brilliant marketing in Las Vegas, isn't it?
It is, and a lot of what Fred said was about being part of the big events and putting marquee platforms on for players and for our sport. So, yeah, this certainly delivers, and it's important that we build on it now.
Now, it's a crazy old place, Las Vegas, as everyone knows. Is that hard to do your preparations? Because at the end of the day, we're saying it's great to market the game, but it's 2 points in the Betfred Super League on Saturday.
Yeah, but you want to embrace it, don't you? And you want the supporters to embrace it, and the league table is important, but this game certainly stands for something a little bit more than 2 points. And it's a challenge, but it's a privilege more than that. It's a privilege to be a part of, to represent our towns, our sport, and Betfred as well,
And what's training been like out here? You went to the UFC centre?
Yeah, fantastic place. They made us feel so welcome for the players. I think every club's trained out of that facility, and they made us feel so welcome. A very intense environment, high performance facility, and they looked after us immaculately. And we've got on the field for one session, one more tomorrow with the New Zealand Warriors. So hopefully we try and get the balance right. It does have the feel of a grand final week or a Challenge Cup week, so hopefully our experience can stand us in good stead.
You come into this on an unbelievable season, winning all four, but will Saturday night walking out in that stadium be another pinch me moment?
Yeah, 100%. And there's been a lot already this week, to be honest, where I've had a conversation with one of the coaches, one of the players, and I've just spoke about how special it is that you get to do this as a career. And as I mentioned, very privileged, appreciate it hugely that we get to come as part of our club, as part of our game, and travel the world.
And what will you say to the players ahead of Saturday?
Same as usual, really. Be yourselves, stick together, and enjoy it.
It looks good, the special shirt as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think what both clubs have done around the field, the marketing, both sets of players engaging with everything that's been put in front of them, and the shirt is a part of it. I think Warrington's is smart, but our red and white straps, or cherry and white straps, certainly lends itself to the American flag.
And as a last question, is Las Vegas the craziest place you've ever been to?
I don't know. Have you been to Hindley?
You're going to enjoy it, are you?
I'm going to enjoy it, yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us. So, Matt Peet, the head coach of the Wigan Warriors. Let's get some build-up from the Warrington Wolves and hear from captain George Williams. And I'm delighted to be joined by the Warrington Wolves captain George Williams. How good is this? We're in Vegas.
Unbelievable. Big smiles on faces. I think it's brilliant to be here for Rugby League, for Super League. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Rewind back to last year when you were first told you might be playing a Betfred Super League game in Las Vegas. Did you think it was a wind-up?
Yeah, I didn't believe what was being. I think I read it on Twitter for the first time. I thought there's no way that's going to happen, but here we are. 12 months later, probably a bit less, and here we are. We can't wait. As players, I keep going on about it. I'm so excited to be out there. I've been lucky enough to play on some of the biggest stages, but this probably will top them all.
The atmosphere around this place is just fantastic as well, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It's what Rugby League's all about. All the fans are mingling together. As the week's gone on, more and more fans are coming into the city, and just feel the atmosphere building up.
But it is round 3 of the Betfred Super League. You've got 2 wins so far. We're talking about showcasing a game, but this is huge. This is 2 points as well, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, so far so good. We've won our first 2 games, but probably not been how we want to play. We've just managed to win, so we're looking to put on a show this weekend against the known best team in the champions in Wigan. So for us it's a massive challenge, but both teams are really excited about it.
And if you enjoyed the preparations here, you went to the UFC headquarters, and you're a huge UFC fan, aren't you?
Unbelievable, yeah, just seeing the facilities, and we spoke to a legend, Forrest Griffin. He took us around the facility. He was telling us what you have to go through diet wise, and just the preparation. It's crazy what those boys and girls do to perform on the biggest stage. So for me as a fan, it was great to listen to, but more so just to see the facilities. It was something that we're probably not used to, and levels above, so good to see.
As a final question, you're playing an iconic stadium. The Super Bowl was there in 2024. How are you going to feel on Saturday night leading out the Warrington Wolves?
Yeah, it's going to be a pinch me moment. Like I touched on before, I've been fortunate to play in some good stadiums, some well-known stadiums, New Camp, Old Trafford, but I think this one will really, really top it, and to be captain is special.
Well, George, thanks for joining us, and good luck.
Thank you.
Right, George Williams there. Right then, the idea originally of a Betfred Super League game came from Kris, Radlinski, the chief executive of the Wigan Warriors. Kris, this was your idea, Wigan Warriors in Las Vegas. How proud are you?
Yeah, I'm proud. I'm proud for our club. I'm proud for the game of Super League. You know, we've been banging on for years about how great it is, and now it's time for the world to find out. You know, there's a part of me thinks this is what we deserve all along, you know. We've had some tough times, we've had some difficult times, but when our sport's played like it should be, and on this stage, it's just going to be magic. And part of me, you know, I said to my staff and my players, put your shoulders back here. You know, we deserve to be part of it. We're from Wigan, we're from Rugby League, we're from Super League, and we can hold our own with anybody.
You won 4 trophies last year. You're world champions as well.
Absolutely, yeah. It's you know, it's a good time to support Wigan, but you know, I think the role that we've got and the role that Wigan have got in Super League is to kind of lead the way on things, and we always have done, and this is another step of that. Like I said, I know that a lot of headlines will be on us this week, but I want it to be about the Betfred Super League because I believe that this is where we belong. You know, NRL is a wonderful competition, and that's what attracted us to this. But let's sing about our sport. We've all got a role to play, and you know, like I said, we shouldn't be in awe of being here. This is where we belong, and I believe that.
We've got 2 NRL games. We've obviously got the Women's International as well. Is there going to be some sort of moment now on Saturday during Wigan versus Warrington in that iconic stadium where the Super Bowl was held as well, when you're going to just go, wow?
I think, do you know what? I think it hit maybe about 20 minutes before I landed. You know, the seatbelt signs came on, and you go into America, and you just think, wow, this is real. You know, it's a great idea. I sat in Wigan in my bedroom and said, let's go play in Las Vegas. But 10 months hard work that's gone into it from people at my club, the Super League, the NRL have been simply superb to work with. So respectful of us and the competition. So. Yeah, I'm determined to be present as well. You know, obviously the boring answer is I want to win the game, but I'm determined to enjoy every single moment of this because we've waited a long time to be in the limelight, and this is our time.
It feels like more than 2 points in the Betfred Super League, doesn't it?
100%, yeah. It's round 3. You know, Wigan and Warrington, they've created this narrative over the last few years. You know, another rivalry. I think the added superstar status of Sam Burgess has been brilliant for our competition against a local hometown coach in Peet, who's doing pretty well. And I think there are 2 respectful clubs, 2 progressive clubs, and you know, two clubs that we're going to put a show on this weekend. You know, I think both myself and Carl Fitzpatrick, the chief executive of Warrington. We have to thank our boards for supporting, you know, such wacky ideas, and yeah, I hope we get what we deserve on Saturday night.
Right, we just heard from the Wigan CEO. Let's hear from the Warrington Wolves CEO, Carl Fitzpatrick. Right then, it was Rads that phoned you, wasn't it, and said, do you fancy a game in Vegas?
Yeah, incredible. Look, it's no secret that Kris and I have got a great relationship. We meet regular to discuss how we can promote the game, a fantastic game of ours. How can we broaden our horizons, promote it? And we spoke about we looked on with green eyes at the game last year and thought, you know what, it'd be fantastic to be involved in that. Kris dropped an email to the NRL, they come back pretty sharpish. He gives me a buzz and says, Fitzy, we're on. And then, what do you know what, we're here now, in which is an incredible occasion, such a festival feel, and I do believe this is going to be the biggest game in the Betfred Super League history.
There's 2 points up for grabs, but it just feels more than that. This is about spreading the game, isn't it? This is about telling people how good the Betfred Super League is.
Incredible. So when we was discussing coming over here last year, the NRL spoke about the halo effect that they experienced when they came back. Now, it's the NRL's round 1. When they went back, they said, look, the crowds were up, digital engagement was up, and we've seen that in the first round of the Betfred Super League. Fantastic crowds, fantastic digital engagement, and I genuinely believe one of the reasons is due to the Vegas game and the promotion from all the stakeholders, yourselves, Sky Sports, BBC. Everyone's just really bought into it, and it's elevated the elevated Super League.
And how much do you love Vegas?
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. Let's say it's an acquired taste. I'm a massive Elvis fan. I do a fantastic Elvis impersonations. I'm not going to give you any songs, by the way. But yeah, look, it's cool. It's cool. You know what? And just you saw them chatting to some fans. It's the best away game they've ever experienced, and hopefully 2 more Super League clubs come back here next year. But there'll only ever be 1 for Super League fixture in Vegas. Unfortunately, we're going to be involved in that.
Will you be singing an Elvis song on Saturday night after the game?
If we get the 2 points, yeah, I'll do that for you, Mark.
There we are. Carl Fitzpatrick, the CEO of Warrington Wolves, really involved in this massive game on Saturday night in the Betfred Super League. We've got 2 games in NRL, plus we've got a women's international, England versus Australia. And let's hear from the England skipper, Jodie Cunningham. Jodie, how good is Las Vegas?
Oh, amazing. It's absolutely mental. Like, the girls, just even walking down the strip, it's overwhelming at times, but seeing how many fans have flew out to come and see, you know, the 4 amazing games that we've got on show, it's incredible. Like, we feel like superstars here, and it's amazing.
You made your debut quite a long time ago, 2009, I think I'm right, 2009.
Yeah.
You were about to captain England in Las Vegas. How's that sound?
Doesn't sound real. It definitely does not sound real. Look, I feel so honoured to get to captain such an amazing side, and really lucky that I've been able to be part of an England side for that many years and see opportunities and growth that I never thought possible for the women's game. So yeah, for me this is really special. I've got family coming out to watch me because yeah, it's going to be an amazing occasion that, you know, I'm trying to not get too caught up in the occasion and just trying to make sure that I focus on personal performance and team performance as well. Because
at the end of the day, we're enjoying a razzmatazz. It is a bit bonkers, Vegas, but you've got a big game, haven't you, against a very, very good Australian team? Yeah,
it's huge, and look, it's big for the next stage of the women's development for me in England. It's for us, it's proving what we're doing's working. It's proving that we're making real big strides in the women's game, so that we've got a big chance then when it comes to big international competitions like the World Cup next year. So this for us is an opportunity to prove to the likes of Australia and New Zealand where we're at as a country, but then also back home prove to everyone that we've got what it takes to go the next step, and hopefully we'll win a World Cup soon.
It's an iconic stadium. Is it going to be a bit of a pinch me moment when you walk out leading that team?
Yeah, 100%. Goosebumps. I'd like to take it in. I think for me that's what the national anthem is. When you stood waiting to go out in the tunnel, when you stand for the national anthem, that's the moment for you. That's the moment for taking the opportunity, so that when the whistle goes you can focus on the 70 minutes that you've got to perform, and make sure that then everything else is drowned out. But that opportunity to walk out, sing the national anthem in that stadium, that's going to be unreal, and everyone deserves to take that in.
And is Las Vegas ready for you and the girls after the game?
I don't know about that. We've worked hard and we've been brutal in the off-season with our training. We've also been really focused on not taking in too much of Vegas. So after the game, yeah, the girls are going to have a good time, I'm sure.
Well, good luck and enjoy it.
Thank you.
So it's been a brilliant opening event here for Rugby League in Las Vegas. Brian Carney, you'll see him live on Sky Sports. Coverage starts at 8:30 on Saturday night, and the Betfred Super League, Wigan versus the Warrington Wolves, starts at 9:30. Brian, sum up what we've got to look forward to.
You've got the most ferocious field sport in the world at the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas. We are bringing the greatest field game, I believe, to the greatest stage, so do not miss it. For all 4 games, live on Sky Sports, the Betfred Super League comes to Vegas. It sells itself.
Elvis is not going to leave the building. You're here till Sunday, aren't you?
Yes, I hope so, if I can last that long.
Have you ever been to a more bonkers place than Las Vegas?
No, I was here once before and I swore I'd never come back. It's tough going.
It is an absolutely fantastic place. Thanks to Brian, thanks to all our guests. So don't forget, it's live on Sky, the Betfred Super League game, Wigan Warriors versus Warrington Wolves. That game's at 9:30. We've got 2 games for the NRL, and we've got the Women's International, England versus Australia. What a shot window for the brilliant sport of Rugby League.